What? Let's get it. Plus, Maxwell's lawyer says he hopes that Trump's grants a pardon. Let me get this screen straight right here. Hope everybody's good. Y'all already know that I'm tired, but guess what? I'm about to turn up anyway. Because we made it another day. It's Purple Sunday, y'all. Woo! Ha! Doom, doom, doom. It's time, y'all. I see you, Mark. All right, Rebecca. Come on, y'all. Come on in the building. Don't hide. Wake up. Come on. I know I feel the same way that y'all do, too, but we got news to get to. Come on up in here. Trying to act like y'all wasn't coming in today. Y'all ready? I know I am. Let's see if this guy is. Gave him some juice. He got some power. There's a nice fight going on outside trying to distract me. I could have been recording that. But you know what I'd rather do? Bling, bling, bling. Be here with you. Uh-oh. So let me go ahead and fix him up. Get him on there, nice and tight. Click that. And anytime you're ready, we're ready. So how we gonna do this? Bling, bling, bling. We ready to go, yo, bling, bling, bling. It's time to start the show, yo, bling, bling, bling. I'm ready to go too, bling, bling, bling. What about y'all? Bling, bling, bling. We waiting for who now? Yeah, one more time. One hand. And whoa, how do you want it? How does it feel? Coming up as a hitter in the cash game, living in the fast lane, I'm for real. How do you want it? I love the way you activate your hips and push your, gotta, wanting you so bad I wanna dig you. And I can't even lie about it, baby, just alleviate your clothes, time to fly about it, catch me at a club. Woo! Y'all know why I'm happy, because I just woke up another day and if bump that beat. It's Sunday the 27th, that's right, y'all, 2025. I'm your host, Bugatti NYC, and this here's our bottom line, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that. Just got me lit. Woo! Yes, Sunday the 27th. It's Purple Sunday. It's Purple Sunday, y'all. It's Purple Sunday. Y'all know how we do it. We just do the purple. Don't matter what you put on. It could be a t-shirt. It could be the cup that you're using, as long as you represent. We also have some purple t-shirts on the YouTube page if you guys want to pick up some merch, just to make sure that you're Purple Sundayed out. But without any further ado, it's your boy, Bugatti NYC. And like I always tell you, y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me on this Purple Sunday, I appreciate you guys so much. So let me see who we got up in the building. Who we got? We got Mark Dorfman up in the building that says good morning from New York City. We got Rebecca Lanyen Bueno tapping in from good morning from Grand Rapids, Michigan. That's right, that's where she's tapping in from. We've got one of our long-standing co-hosts, someone that we really love and respect, stepping up, showing that glove that she's been having for a while now, Batty Lynn. Good morning, Batty Lynn from Detroit. I don't know if you're sipping your tea or your coffee. No matter what it is, I just hope that you're happy and you're doing your thing, baby girl. So happy that you're here this morning. Who else do we got up in the building? Pastor P. Past P says hi. Like I said, we already got Mark Dorfman up in the building. Everybody ready to get it, because guess what? We got a fully loaded clip. I got so much for you guys today. I know they like, how is he able to do this? Does he sleep? We just saw him at an event. Is this pre-taped? He did say he was thinking about doing some AI, but you know, somebody told him that they probably couldn't keep up with him because he's too animated. But guess what? Without any further ado, you know what I want to do? Because I have a full clip, I want to get to work. I'm trying to make sure that we got everything on point. Got that right. And guess what I'm going to do, you guys? I'm going to turn around here and we're going to let's get into these titles. Let's go ahead and do what we got to do, you guys. What we got here on the heading, we have Trump. Maxwell's lawyer says he hopes that Trump grants a pardon. What do you guys think? I don't know. Do you think that the information that Ghislaine Maxwell has is strong enough and good enough that it gives it enough wherewithal and standing that she should be able to get a pardon? I don't know, but on the other side of it, many people are saying that 20 years is rather extensive for the crimes that she's committed, and they're saying that she got Jeffrey's sentence instead of the one that she was supposed to have. What do you guys think about that? That's not from me. We're going to keep on moving forward because we also have a former Biden chief of staff who reveals shocking information about who was really running and who was in charge of the presidency the last days that President Biden was the president. They're saying that it wasn't him. We're going to get into that because we got the clip. And last but not least, what do we have here? We've got a woman who had just moved to Miami from New York, my state, trying to get out of here myself too. So I understand, baby girl, what you was trying to do. But guess what? She was found no longer alive in a car with 2 other people. We've really got to get into that story. Very sad, terrible topic, but guess what? Without any further ado, I got a lot that I gotta give to you guys. I got 5 on it. I'm gonna stack 5 videos, and then I'm gonna come to the comments. Also, you already know, if you guys are veterans and you've been here before, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna ask you what? Please let me know what time it is. Tell me, do you know? Tell me what time it is where you are, as well as what state, city, or country you're chiming in from, because I always love to make sure to do research so that you could say, hey, that's where I'm at. Like yesterday, somebody said, Missouri, I'm over there. That's not far from me. I love when that happens. That means we can have relative stories and have really good dialogue. Let's keep on moving, because what do I have straight up out of the blue for you guys? I've got our President Trump, who says Biden led hundreds of thousands of immigrants a day into our country. Much more, much more. Let's let him talk. I love to get the information from the horse's mouth. So let's get into it this Purple Sunday, you guys. Good morning.
Out and Tom Holman and Christie have done an incredible job, and but we're getting them out. But this should have never happened. It was like just a terrible, unforced error. The only thing that I can't figure out, I always like to figure the other side. Why would they do this? Why would they allow people to come into our country from all over the world, not just South America, but from Venezuela, but from all over the world? They came, and they came by hundreds of thousands, in some cases hundreds of thousands a day. When you look at some of these, they break down gates. We built hundreds of miles of wall. They didn't break down the wall, but anything that wasn't a wall, they were able to break it down. And they came in, though, by the millions, and we're going to be paying a price for this, so we are paying a price. It's all consuming, and we have to get 11,888 murderers, many of them murdered more than one person. And they're in here, and some are already gone. We've gotten them out. Some we can't get out. We want to put them in jails because we're afraid they'll come back. They're so violent. And they used to say, no, these are the illegal immigrants, they said, are very kind people. Remember that? They used to say they're kind, they don't commit crimes. No, they make our criminals look like extremely nice people. And we have to get them out, and it's a big job. But we're doing it, and step by step. And last month, as you know, in June, we had 0 people come through the border, right? 0 people come through the border. So we're doing a real job. But what we found out is horrible, that Obama and a group of thugs cheated on the elections. They cheated violently, viciously on the elections. They're violent people. They're vicious, horrible. These are vicious, horrible people. And we can't let this happen. We're getting them out.
Did you guys know that deportation flights have already started to happen, leaving out of Alligator Alcatraz? Well, if you didn't know, you're about to know now.
Right now at 5:30, more arrests and fast deportations. That's what Governor Ron DeSantis says is coming for anyone in the country illegally. He pushes anyone who would be sent back to their home countries by federal immigration enforcement to self-deport.
This should be a pretty simple process. You either have a right to be here or you don't. And really, that's what we need to determine when you do this. And once that's determined, If you're in this country illegally, then you should be subject to expeditious deportation.
Expeditiously.
Deportation flights are now taking off from the South Florida Immigration Detention Center called Alligator Alcatraz.
The sprawling tent facility located deep in the Everglades opened at the start of the month, but has been sparking controversy before it even began immigration operations. Right now, it's unclear where those deportation flights are going.
Don't matter.
Here's an aerial view of the center where opposers claim the conditions inside are unlivable. President Trump says this is surrounded by dangerous wildlife, including alligators, pythons, and more. At the governor's conference at the Dade Collier Airport this morning, Chief Financial Officer Blaise Ngoglia argued the facility is holding dangerous people.
I am not going to sit here and I'm not going to apologize for removing criminal illegal aliens from the United States, those who are harming our communities, effectuating drug trafficking, human trafficking, and ravaging our communities. I make no apologies for saying illegal immigration is a scourge on this country.
Alligator Alcatraz holds up to 2,000 immigrants who don't have permanent legal status.
Jax reporter Janice Harris telling us more about.
Look here, I don't got no problem with that. I know people in the comments is all feeling bad for them. You know what? I got the violin for y'all. Bing, 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 bing. Y'all can take this violin as y'all going back to wherever. They say we don't know where the flights are landing. Y'all heard me. I don't care where they going. As long as they're getting the hell up out of here. And as long as they're not going to be in the United States, because we got to keep on moving forward now, because now we got these hospital workers. They tried to block ICE from making some arrests last week. Y'all remember that? And what happened to them? Even though you guys are frontline workers, even though we really respect you, they getting locked up, but they going to let them out. Y'all should not try to get in the way of any sort of legal thing that's going on, especially when somebody is pursuing someone. No. What are you doing? They running in your establishment and you like, hey, what are you doing? Leave the guy alone because he starts crying. So a bank robber can do that too? Let me show you guys what happened. I don't know if you guys remember this, but there were some hospital workers that were working in the surgical department of this, I think it was some sort of like a small clinic. And there was one person that was being chased by ICE, had already been being chased. He ran inside of there, and next thing you know, the surgeons tried to help him out. And now they're being, they got in trouble for basically trying to help him out. This is what happened to them.
This hour, a Fox News exclusive. A pair of medical workers who blocked ICE agents from arresting an illegal immigrant in California are now facing criminal charges. Hello and welcome, everyone. I'm Sandra Smith in New York, and that exclusive reporting from our own Bill Malugin, who we have the pleasure of joining us today. Bill, great to see you.
Hey, Sandra, great to see you as well. Happy Friday to you. I'm Bill Malugin here in Los Angeles. This is America Reports. This is reporting we just got within the last hour or so. The two suspects here now both facing federal obstruction charges, and law enforcement sources confirming to Fox News one of them was arrested earlier this morning.
Yeah, Chief Correspondent Jonathan Hunt, he's got the very latest for us live right now. Jonathan, what are we learning?
Good afternoon, Sandra. Well, this incident happened on July 8th in Ontario, about 30 miles east of Los Angeles. According to the criminal complaint, ICE officers were conducting, quote, roving immigration-related operations when they followed a truck that made a sharp turn into the parking lot of a surgery center. The officers then, quote, decided to conduct a consensual encounter with the three adult males who were inside the truck. Two of them ran. One, who according to the ICE affidavit was, quote, later identified as an illegal alien, ran into the surgery center, and that's where staff at the center got involved. Two of those staff, Jose de Jesus Ortega and Danielle Nadine de Villa, have now been charged for allegedly interfering and trying to block the ICE agents who followed the illegal immigrant into the surgery center. In the video, they could be seen and heard questioning the ICE agents' actions, what they are doing in the center, and why they are masked.
Exactly.
The complaint says de Villa, quote, wedged herself under Officer 1 and the target alien. And it says, quote, Ortega, who was still standing to Officer 1's left, appeared to grab Officer 1's arm and then his vest. Both Ortega and De Villa shouted at the officer, telling him to, quote, get out and to, quote, let him go. Both were warned by the officer that they should not touch a federal agent. The illegal immigrant was eventually arrested and removed from the surgery center. Immigration activists said at the time the surgery staff did nothing wrong.
See what happens?
In no way
what happens?
Are they intervening. They're simply exercising the right to privacy. They're exercising the right to know who is in their building. They're exercising the right to know who is in this building with a weapon, right? And I think it's important to note that that what they did is commendable and it is brave.
Yeah, that's all it was. It was commendable and brave. But guess what else happened? They got locked up. And like I said, they're going to let them out. But I bet you they're going to think about anything like that getting in the middle of a federal investigation or somebody that's doing something. Now, what if something happened where that person would have pulled out a weapon and tried to use them in between? Y'all would have been involved in that situation right there, right? Let me tell you what black folk do. You ain't see no black folk involved in that, right? Because that nurse that do work there, all she do is clean up or whatever like that or deal with the medical supplies. She saw that and said like this. And you ain't see her no more. You see how that screen went clear? We don't be getting involved in stuff like that. What the? And then you get mad. Oh, how come you guys aren't getting involved? Because we know better. We know what's coming. What? How you think I know how to make the sound so good? Listening to them click. Luckily not on me. Keep on moving forward now. We got to go over to President Biden. Let's go on over to Sleepy Joe. Talk about ice cream? Popcorn. Is that a roach? 7 sandwiches and a Sue-sick and shit. Oh, I'm back. Oh, I was recording. Yeah, let's talk about President Biden, y'all, and his chief of staff, Ron Kane, who reveals some disturbing truth about what and who was really in charge. Uh-oh, they peeling the onion back. I see what's going on now. Let me tell you guys what's happening, right? There's a lot of Jeffrey Epstein news coming out, right? And they really want to get that out, and they're really trying to find as much as they can. But the problem is they can't find it as fast enough. So what they do, they're doing what that fake friend do. Everybody's snitching on everybody else. Maybe if we throw this at him, it's gonna calm him down. Maybe if we throw this at him, it's gonna calm him down. They're like, no. So, but what's happening is we're actually getting other good information while this is happening. I got Epstein stuff, but don't forget about all of this stuff that's going on here. So check this out. Let's get the fat off of this and see what I got lined up for you guys when it comes down to this.
The Chief of Staff, Ron Klain, sat down for a marathon grilling behind closed doors on Capitol Hill. He reportedly said that Biden was, quote, less energetic and had a worse memory late in his term. Klain also revealed that Hillary Clinton didn't think Biden was, quote, politically viable. Lara Trump joins me now. Lara, it seems like we're beginning to get some answers on Biden's decline, but we still don't know who is actually running the government, do we?
Right.
We still do not know that. And Stuart, think about how terrifying a statement that is to say that we really don't know, at least for the last little bit of Joe Biden's presidency, who is running things. I do think the information we got yesterday is helpful. It's helpful for people not to plead the fifth. So I'm appreciative that Ron Klain actually gave a little bit of information. And at the base of this, at the heart of all of this, is really that question: who was actually making the big decisions and who had the authority to use that auto pen? Was Joe Biden? They say he gave verbal authority. Was he within his right mind when he gave that verbal authority to use the auto pen? Do those pardons and executive orders that he signed with that auto pen actually hold up in a court of law? If they get more people like Ron Klain in there testifying that Joe Biden really wasn't as with it as maybe they advertised to the American public, they could take that to a court and a court could say, you know what, we're going to rescind those executive orders and those pardons. So I'm sure a lot of people are paying very close attention to that.
Very close attention. You sat down with Secretary of State Marco Rubio. You were talking about the changes he's making at the State Department. Watch this.
Oh, y'all got to see this one.
Kind of pared things back at the State Department. You've restructured some things here. And you actually say that this was long overdue.
I read these reports about how we've gutted American diplomacy. It's really silly. But here's the fundamental nature of it. It took too long to get things done. Memos have to be cleared by these different desks, these different offices. Some of them had 30 or 40 boxes. 30 or 40 people had to clear it before it even got to me. Ultimately, I need to get that decision memo to my desk so we can take action. We can't wait 6 weeks, 6 months to do things. It renders us irrelevant, especially in a world that moves so fast.
That's
Laura,
true.
it sounds like he's taking a machete to the State Department.
I want to jump in here because think about it like this. There's only a certain amount of time that you can let certain systems work. The same way that they have like paper, faxes, and things like that. We're now at a way faster stage than that. So yes, all systems must be upgraded. Made a lot of sense, didn't it? Keep on moving forward. We got to come on over to Suffolk County, where this man is accused of pow-powing a Suffolk County officer in the face and killing another one. Serious, terrible situation. I don't know if this guy's an illegal, but I'm gonna tell you like this. I think he possibly is. They did not let him out. I don't even know if this fool got a bail. And if he does, it's probably astronomical. Check this out.
Suffolk County police officer has been released from the hospital after being shot in the face during an investigation. The accused gunman, 48-year-old Nieves Reyes, is being held with no chance to post bail. Okay. He's charged not only with the shooting of the officer, but for the murder of a man that police were investigating when they encountered Reyes in North Bayshore. Eyewitness News reporter Josh Einiger live at the hospital in Stony Brook. Josh.
Dave, let's just stop for a moment and talk about how lucky this officer is. 2 years on the job, a Navy veteran, 3 kids. He took a bullet just next to his eye, and not even 24 hours later, he was released from Stony Brook University Hospital here behind me. As for the man cops say shot him, he isn't going anywhere.
He ain't going nowhere.
This morning, an army of Suffolk cops marched into a central Islip courtroom and stared down the man prosecutors say tried to kill one of their own.
This individual wanted to kill multiple police officers. He should never see the light of day again. He should spend the rest of his life in prison.
48-year-old Nieves Reyes said nothing as officers took him to court. But earlier, prosecutors say he confessed to opening fire on cops and to the murder for which they'd been trying to arrest him. On Wednesday, armed with a machete, Reyes allegedly chased down 66-year-old Eugene Allen of Brentwood, stabbing him in the back of the neck and leaving his body under a pile of leaves and brush. Early Thursday morning, as officers tried to arrest Reyes at his Bayshore home, police say he opened fire with a shotgun, hitting one officer in the cheek, barely an inch away from his eye. Amazingly, the young father of 3 is expected to recover.
You don't ever want to be on the business end of a shotgun. So when you look at this officer's injuries, it is so close to his eye. You know, if that bullet was just, a half inch more, it would have went right through his eye.
Yeah, very, very lucky for a lot of police officers yesterday. The suspect, Reyes, has been charged with murder and attempted murder of a law enforcement officer, a judge remanding him with no chance to post bail.
Yeah, no chance. Don't give him no. And I like that one. I could really do the song now, y'all, because you know what? They really did it. They locked him up and they're not letting him out. Oh, now we're going to do his legs too. Yeah, his legs too. He got to come out like this. He need to be coming to court like this, like a penguin. He need to be looking like a penguin when he come out. Yeah, he need to be looking like that, yo. What we got over here? What y'all got? 322 IMCIA Oakland. What are you talking about? Dang, what else we got? Shotgun. Whoa, it's not far puffs. Should be let out so he can continue to use a lot of baby oil. You are so crazy, Nora Ortiz. What else we got? Dang, that's one lady cop was caked up. I ain't see all that. Look at you, Martin. You better get you a girlfriend. Sky, what's going on? How you doing this morning? He will get life and no parole. That sounds exactly like what he need. What we got over here? What else we got? We got Natalie. How you doing this morning, Natalie? Hey guys, I'm getting home soon now. Okay, no doubt. Good. What else we got? I'll be missing you. I'll be missing you. That's what's gonna happen to him. Dum 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 dum. Thank you. Dum 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 dum. Everywhere, every step he takes. Correctional officers are gonna be watching him. They'll be watching him. They'll be watching him. He ain't going nowhere without some supervision for the rest of his days, y'all, right? Okay, IDF released video showing senior Hamas leaders bragging about what? They got food nobody else do. You see this? but they're supposed to be so holy. They're supposed to be so nice. How do you have food, other people starving, and you ain't gonna give nobody nothing to eat? And you talking about, oh, we got a whole bunch of food over here, eating the grapes. You know, like back in the days when the kings used to tease the people and be like, let them eat cake. Them right there. And then next thing you know, you heard what Tupac said, first they come knocking. Next thing you know, they start chanting. Next thing he said, we picking the lock, coming through. Black. You know what I'm saying? They ain't playing, but watch this. These guys over there talking about, oh, we got food and you don't. Oh yeah, you know what happens when people find out that and when it gets on video. Don't think somebody else is not gonna see this video. So we got the IDF here who released a video showing senior Hamas leaders. They're bragging about food while others starve. Check this out. It's about to go down today. Yes, we got Epstein out the wazoo. About to come up real soon. But pay attention to the other stories.
والموز موز والبلح بلح واللحم لحمه واليوم
IDF released a video showing senior Hamas leaders brag about food while others starve. They're saying meat, meat, bread, bread, fruit, fruit,
لفات رز
clear rice.
ويا حبيبي وهم هم يغلب عليكم.
You ain't gotta even talk my language to make me know you joking.
المانجا مانجا يا ابو بهجه والموز موز يا ابو بهجه والبلح بلح يا ابو بهجه واليوم 5 لفات رز قدحت يا ابو بهجه وراحن عليك يا ابو خالد راحت عليك الخير كله كب علينا يا ابو خالد.
Now you know what would have been crazy right after that? Boom! And then the screen just going. You know what I'm saying? Or God just said, zoom, you know what I'm saying? Send one of them thunderbolts down there. Oh, now y'all got pudding and y'all part of the salad. Yeah, y'all part of the mix. It would have been cool if he would have sent some heat down there on y'all.
ان شاء الله يا اخوانا بخارج حيقصر حيجيب لكم عام مبرومه. يخلف على اللي جابوا خسر والله مطمنه طعمه. ويخلف على الاخ ابو بكر بعت لنا مانجا وبلح وموز الاخ ابو بكر وحلب من عند ام احمد.
Yeah, and they real holy about it. I'll guarantee you, whatever God you praying to right now is not receiving that prayer. You don't, like I said, if I would have been God, like for real, I would have been like, oh yeah, boom. What's the God of thunder? I would have sent a thunderbolt right down there, and they'd have been like, called them like the illest taser they ever got hit with. Yeah, okay. I don't get down like that trying to make fun of people. Do you see what's going on in this country over here? Got people picking through the garbage and trying to find food. Even what I'm saying is not, I shouldn't make humor of it, but for them to do that, that's terrible. And I hope people find out where they at. Oh, y'all got bananas and grapes and mangoes? Oh yeah, okay. Bananas and grapes and mangoes it is on the next menu. Come on, y'all. We got to get over to this video that shows this tense moment where this Royal Caribbean crew member goes overboard. Why? Because he decided to jab his co-worker. Yeah, he still snuck her with a nails knife. Yeah, I can't say the words a certain way because that circle will come on and YouTube will kick me out of here. They can say it, so let me let them tell y'all what happened. Let's get on over here to Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines, which I never take. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's keep on moving forward to Miami. Miami, step to the front of the congregation, please.
Now at 5:30, we are following breaking news. Tense moments on the icon of the seas. Police just releasing details on what led up to a Royal Caribbean crew member going overboard in the middle of the ocean. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Naja Sherman.
And I'm Elliot Rodriguez. Jim Barry has the night off. Passengers watched in disbelief as crews rushed to rescue the man. CBS News Miami's Bree Buckley joins us now on how this all unfolded. Bree?
And these details truly are just shocking. We're learning the new details here just in the last hour. This is from the Royal Bahamas Police. We know that the 35-year-old South African man jumped off the cruise ship after he stabbed his co-worker, a 28-year-old South African woman. Now, that's according to the Royal Bahamas Police Force. The woman has stab wounds in her upper body and is thankfully in stable condition. Scary moments aboard the Icon of the Seas. Passengers sharing these videos with CBS News Miami, showing rescue boats after a crew member went overboard. You hear the intercom saying, "Oscar, Oscar," the secret man overboard code, as staff members ran to help one of their own just after 7 on Thursday.
And when they said Oscar, Oscar, everyone went to the window like crazy.
Passengers tell me the ship slowed down and turned around quickly after they heard the call. It was on a 7-night cruise out of Port Miami on its way to Coco Cay in the Bahamas from St. Thomas when this happened. Some cheered as the boat returned to later find out that crew member died. Royal Caribbean released a statement that says our onboard security team responded to an incident involving 2 crew members in a personal dispute. One of the crew members was injured, was attended to by the onboard medical team, and she is now in stable condition. Unfortunately, the other crew member is deceased after he went overboard and was recovered in a search and rescue operation.
He was trying to get up out of there. He was like, I'm jumping in the water. He tried to basically get out of there after the crime that he committed, and he lost his life in doing so. So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna still pray for you because you know your soul should definitely rest in peace, and the people that are affected by this is really bad. Also, your family members and friends and things of that nature. Even though I do not agree with what the person does, I still want to pray for him. I can't ask God to let this person in because it's up to him, but I'm gonna say amen, and hopefully he'll deal with it when he gets to the gates. God bless. That's it. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. That's something you're going to have to deal with when you get to them gates. You're going to be like, oh yeah, you want to come in, but what did you do to get here? Yeah, you might have to go on down and meet that other dude. Sorry to say it. And I just keep it 100 with you guys. I'm not a reverend, not a preacher. You don't see me asking for no money. A regular dude. I don't like to be all a serious clip and then get all animated on the next one without showing remorse and respect. That's why I do my prayer, because I feel that for myself. Since I'm in front of you guys, sometimes you join in. I'm not a fake person, so you see, as I ain't asking you for no bread or nothing like that up here. Come on now, Reverend, make me rich. Come on and pray with me now. You know what I need y'all to do? We're gonna pray for this man and send me $1.90. I ain't doing all that, so don't even worry about that. Because we gotta do what? Now we gotta get into the goods, y'all. Y'all ready for this? I don't think so. I got something for y'all that I'm not even gonna say what it is. For people that's here, I'm gonna let you get the treat. I'm gonna let you get the reward. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna start from the origination, and we're gonna build up a story right here. Presidents like Bill Clinton that addressed certain things that he'd been dealing with in the past for a long time, actually coming to pass and saying, I lied about something. But what else did you lie about, President Clinton? Could there be more? Could there be something else? You see Trump's face in this clip right here, huh? Could there be more in what's going on with our former president? If you guys remember this.
Good evening. This afternoon in this room, from this chair, I testified before the Office of Independent Counsel and the grand jury. I answered their questions truthfully, including questions about my private life, questions no American citizen would ever want to answer. Still, I must take complete responsibility for all my actions, both public and private. And that is why I am speaking to you tonight. As you know, in a deposition in January, I was asked questions about my relationship with Monica Lewinsky. While my answers were legally accurate, I did not volunteer information. Indeed, I did have a relationship with Ms. Lewinsky that was not appropriate. In fact, it was wrong. It constituted a critical lapse in judgment and a personal failure on my part for which I am solely and completely responsible. But I told the grand jury today, and I say to you now, that at no time did I ask anyone to lie, to hide or destroy evidence, or to take any other unlawful action. I know that my public comments and my silence about this matter gave a false impression. I misled people, including even my wife.
Okay, I hope y'all heard that. I'm so sorry about the audio. It's so sad because if I play any other clip, it's gonna blast ridiculously right now. But for some reason, those clips, especially when they're important, can't hear them. There's always something going on, something you can't find the next day, conveniently. But yeah, remember that? I didn't lie, but I just got some, what we call, yeah, y'all know what I'm gonna say, but I ain't gonna say it because I ain't trying to get the circle to start going, yeah. And now what we gonna do now, we gonna keep on moving forward because Hillary Clinton's aide is response to Tulsi Gabbard's explosive claims saying that's ridiculous as far as like Bill Clinton possibly being involved in something. Well, he's lied in the past to us. What's to say he's not lying now? Huh, guys? Huh? What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that possibility of him lying now about the situation of him being involved in anything, huh?
Gabbard is doubling down on allegations that Obama, the administration officials, politicized intelligence against Donald Trump.
So Griff Jenkins is live at the White House with the details. Griff, update us.
Well, good morning, guys. DNI Gabbard certainly shook things up in the briefing room yesterday, releasing more documents accusing former President Obama and his top intel aides of manufacturing and politicizing intelligence that led to the years-long Russiagate investigation. And she's sending the documents, referring it to the DOJ for possible prosecution. Watch.
Believe that any of this new information implicates former President Obama in criminal behavior?
We have referred and will continue to refer all of these documents to the Department of Justice and the FBI to investigate the criminal implications of this.
For even former President Obama?
Correct. The evidence that we have found and that we have released directly point to President Obama leading the manufacturing of this intelligence assessment.
A spokesman for President Obama's office issuing a statement saying, "Our office does not normally dignify the constant nonsense and misinformation flowing out of this White House with a response, but these claims are outrageous enough to merit one. These bizarre allegations are ridiculous and a weak attempt at distraction." Now, the document released yesterday is a report written back in 2017 by the House Intelligence Committee, refuting the narrative that Putin preferred Trump over Clinton in 2016. The report also alleges Russian Foreign Intelligence Service was planning to release unverified health information on Clinton if she won, saying Clinton was suffering from intensified psycho-emotional problems, including uncontrolled fits of anger, aggression, and cheerfulness. Clinton was placed on a daily regimen of heavy tranquilizers. Now, late last night, a long...
For over 24...
Nope, that's enough, because we got enough out of that. Thank you so much. We got to keep on moving forward to Ghislaine. We got to go to Ghislaine. Come on, y'all. We got to get some Ghislaine Maxwell information and some Epstein information. The accomplice has been granted limited immunity. That means she can talk to Trump's DOJ right now. Let's get into this. We're going to stack this deck. We're going to get into the immunity. We're going to get into the questions, the responses, as well as what she's asking for.
Trump's personal attorney turned Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche. Now, what did this mean, this limited immunity? Well, it allowed Maxwell to provide information without any fear that anything she said that is truthful can be used against her in the future. Maxwell is, of course, serving a 20-year sentence in connections with Epstein's sex crimes. It is a conviction she's actually in the process of appealing. And after the second day of these unusual meetings between Maxwell and the Trump Department of Justice, Maxwell's attorney just said this about a potential pardon from Trump.
We haven't spoken to the president or anybody about a pardon just yet. And you know, listen, the president this morning said he had the power to do so. We hope he exercises that power in the right and just way.
All right, look, people have been talking about this.
Okay, that's the pardon. We're going to take that from CNN. We got the pardon over here. Now we got to get into some more. All right, y'all got that, right? Y'all got the pardon? Now we're going to move into, we're going to go to Ghislaine Maxwell Lawyer, where he speaks to reporters and asks about Trump. We're going to go right to him on this.
And he did a really
We're going to go right to the horse's mouth like we like to do. Get right to the horse's mouth.
And he did a really good job.
And get right to the horse's mouth.
Asked her a lot of things.
And the questions that were asked.
And will you be heading home now? Is this the end of questioning here?
I'm headed home, yeah.
That's for Miss Maxwell.
You guys aren't working over the weekend? No, we're not working over the weekend. We're done for the day.
David, the president today reminded people he has the power to pardon Ghislaine Maxwell. Is that something that you're going to be in?
For a testimony or anything like that, of course, everybody knows Miss Maxwell would welcome any relief. She's been in very difficult conditions for 5 years, and so she would welcome any relief. It's the right thing to do, and we have faith that the right thing will happen sooner rather than later.
Did you get any sense of the goal of this interview?
Sorry?
Did you get a sense sense of what the goal of
I got more. I like that from the horse's mouth. Y'all too quiet. I got more. I want to ask you guys a question though. Would you mind watching a long clip of how Jeffrey Epstein got rich? How Jeffrey Epstein got rich. I have it. It's about 5 minutes long. Would you guys want to watch that clip? We're about to get to it. I can skip it or we can watch part of it. I want to know with the thumbs up if you want to see how Jeffrey Epstein got rich. If you don't, you can do the thumbs down and we'll just watch part of the 5-minute clip and we'll just move forward. If you want to see the whole thing, thumbs up. If you don't, let's do the thumbs down. Also, if y'all appreciate the content and the way that your boy's putting it down this morning, sweating bullets in this purple shirt, jacket, trying to make sure that we put it down. Y'all know I'm gonna do it anyway. We leave it on the field. That's what we do. We leave it on the field. We got a lot of thumbs up going on. We got a few thumbs down, but guess what? The thumbs up is overpowering. Y'all wanna see that? We gonna get to it because I see y'all done took over. Oh, thumbs up it is. Let's keep on moving forward because we got more information and this person was very surprised about some things that happened. Did you guys know that the Fed had never interviewed Ghislaine Maxwell, and her attorney was basically surprised about
Former
this.
Biden Chief of Staff Ryan Klain.
Thank you for the responses as
So,
well.
former Biden Chief of Staff Ryan Klain getting candid with the GOP lawmakers investigating what insiders knew about Biden's cognitive decline. Klain told them Biden appeared tired and ill at that fateful debate, but they never saw him take Ambien like Hunter Biden claimed. Klain also revealed that Hillary Clinton top advisor Jake Sullivan sounded the alarm on Biden's political viability months before he dropped out.
We're going to do it.
Fox News contributor and GW law professor Jonathan Turley joins us now. Okay, so part of this is, palace intrigue and all that, knowing the backstory there. But from a criminal standpoint, what can they be held liable for?
Well, in terms of the president's conduct, there's really nothing criminal there except for possible lying to federal officials or acts of perjury. So the greatest threat to many of these former officials is that they are going to give false information or misleading information to Congress. That's probably the reason why some of them have pled the fifth. But in terms of the president himself, he's not likely, obviously, facing criminal conduct over his deteriorated state. Also, in terms of White House officials lying about his lack of capacity, that's also not necessarily a crime. It's only when they give false information to Congress, when they give false testimony, that they're looking at a serious potential charge.
They're saying the same thing about what Obama did too, so that's going to be pretty difficult. I know they want to bring up charges against these ex-presidents, but you guys already know they're really protected when it comes down to that. Whatever they do while they're in office. You guys want some more Epstein. You guys want some more Ghislaine. That's what we're going to do, because now we got to get more into it, where now they're basically going to be talking here. And the reason I do this right here, because you guys didn't want to see that Biden stuff. So I got to slip some stuff in to give you guys the other news too. It's like when you put a pill inside of a treat just to make sure the information and the medicine is getting in. Because I really want you guys to not just be so embattled and overwhelmed with the Epstein trial, because there's so much other stuff going on. Y'all see how I try to trick y'all with that one with the lineup? That was hilarious. Double tap that screen to get those likes up, because we got to get on moving forward now. Let's get some more Ghislaine Maxwell information, you guys. Let's get some more Ghislaine. I don't care. Y'all always say I say it wrong, but it's a very hard name to pronounce.
Hey, everybody. We finished for the day.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. I'm gonna be able to let you rock.
Right around 9 o'clock, and went to now lunchtime, and we're finished after all day yesterday and today. Ghislaine answered every single question asked of her over the last day and a half. She answered those questions honestly, truthfully, to the best of her ability. She never invoked a privilege. She never refused to answer a question. So we're very proud of her. We're proud of how the process has worked over the past day and a half. I will say this, she has been treated unfairly for the past 5 years. She didn't get a fair trial. We're still appealing to the Supreme Court. We're going to be filing a reply in the Supreme Court on her cert petition on Monday. Remember, people have questioned her honesty, which I think is just wrong. Remember, a juror lied to get onto the jury, admitted to lying to get onto her jury. She did not get a fair trial. No prosecutor even mentioned her until Epstein died. So we feel that the process for Ghislaine has been unfair. She was denied bail. She was treated worse than an animal would be treated in jail when she was first held, woken up every 15 minutes. So we're just trying to get through the process where we are now and get her some relief. So that's where we are today.
I apologize for that most terrible audio ever in existence in our bottom line in history. Lord have mercy. I need to be the sound man for a lot of these companies, man, because Lord have mercy, you got to have a nice mic. What's the use of talking if you can't hear what you're saying? Do me a favor, you guys, like I said, sweating bullets. And you don't think this is a real napkin? It is, I'm telling you. You think I'm going to be using these things? I don't care how pretty it is, man. I'm using it just because, oh, you think it's for showing? Baby. This ain't like grandma's china that you can't go by the Schifferow cabinet and mess around with her stuff. What you doing next to my Schifferow? Yeah, I don't play around. If I got something on me, I'm using it, I'm sweating, we gonna do what we gotta do. We gonna keep on moving forward. Okay, new Maxwell details, we gonna keep on moving forward. What else we got? I don't know what we got, but I guarantee you it got something to do with Maxwell, because I told myself we gonna keep on getting this out. I don't even know how many different compartments we've already covered, but now we're gonna get into some details these are the other details that I was talking about.
And it looks like the
criminal conduct over his deterioration information to Congress.
The Epstein files. And it looks like the administration is taking this very serious. When you send a deputy attorney general to interview Ghislaine Maxwell, I think they want full control of this. This is what her brother is saying in a statement. She would be putting before a court material new evidence that was not available to the defense at her 2021 trial, which would have had a significant impact on its outcome. Ooh. Is she gonna get something in return? I mean, there's really no motivation to talk with the feds unless she gets some type of deal. What could that deal be?
Right, Lawrence, that's really the key question here. There is a thing called a 5K 1.1 motion that the Justice Department can file for cooperation to reduce a sentence. That's usually when someone is a key witness in the prosecution of a third party.
That's one.
The defense can also go to a court and ask for a reduction based on new evidence.
Two.
But we haven't seen that. She was convicted.
Yes, we have, because guess what she just said? Ghislaine said, if y'all hook me up, I got you on everybody. And I know a lot of people don't know what I mean by that. Ghislaine, if that's how you say it, she said, look here, if y'all work with me, I'm going Tekashi 6ix9ine and I'm telling on everybody. She said, I'm telling on everybody. I don't care who it is. And she did. She's already done that. Let's go. They said, what kind of questions did she ask you? What sort of things that, yeah. She's already done all of that. Let's keep on moving forward. Let's keep on moving forward. Let's go. Let's do what we got to do. Because basically, she's already told that. She's already saying what she had to say. Let's go.
And welcome back here to Live Now from Fox. I'm Andrew Kraft. Live picture there in New York City. Take a look at this, a nighttime skyline view there of the Big Apple.
Now
let's go down briefly,
Florida.
back again to Florida. That's where the second day of this interview between Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche and Ghislaine Maxwell took place. Fox News' Connor Henson with more of these details.
Ghislaine Maxwell's attorney returned for a second day of talks with his client and Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche. He says Maxwell answered questions on everything and everyone Blanche asked about.
Maybe about 100 different people. She answered questions about everybody.
100 different people. She answered questions about everybody. She's giving it up.
And she didn't hold anything back.
Maxwell is serving a 20-year prison sentence for child sex trafficking and other crimes from her time alongside Jeffrey Epstein. President Trump was asked if Maxwell could receive a pardon or commutation.
It's something I haven't thought about. It's really something. It's something I'm allowed to do it, but it's something I have not thought about.
We haven't spoken to the president or anybody about a pardon just yet. And listen, the president this morning said he had the power to do so. We hope he exercises that power in the right and just way.
The president has faced renewed scrutiny over his past relationship with Epstein that he maintains ended a long time ago, and pressure has risen from many in Trump's base who want all available information to be released. Victims of Epstein and Maxwell want answers too.
It's obviously incredibly frustrating. You know, the victims believed him and took him at his word that he was going to get into office and immediately release everything.
Blanche posted to X that the DOJ will share what it learned at the appropriate time.
And how are they mincing and going through this and finding out and making sure that they get all the information correct? How about this, you guys? Because y'all see I've been putting it down over here. Pooh, we balling. I got so much more for you guys. Stop playing with me. Do me a favor. I'm trying to get to 40,000 subscribers. Not even gonna lie. I think we can do it today. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Boop, 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 boop. Become a member if you feel like it. Double tap that screen to get those likes up, because what that does is gets more people over here. You don't believe me? Double tap the screen and you're gonna see something go across the bottom where somebody new gonna come on and say, what y'all guys got going on over here? That's because you double tap that screen and a whole bunch of people did it simultaneously, and YouTube saw that and said, hey, something going on over here. Sent up a notification with that header, and people are like, oh, let's see if we can check that out. And then when they come over, they're like, hey, what's going on? And then that's how you know that what you did got more people to come on over here, because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to run it up because we are truly the #1 show at the 6 o'clock hour. Nobody messing with us. When I say us, I'm talking about me and these #1 co-hosts here. I'm talking about Batty. I'm talking about VIP Auction Group. I'm talking about Angels Among Us. I'm talking about Sky. I'm talking about, I'm talking about, come on, give me some names so y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about all the people that's here from day one. Mark Dorfman. I'm talking about Rebecca Lanyan Bueno from Grand Rapids, Michigan. I'm talking about Kendra, where you at, girl, VA. I'm talking about Batty Lynn. I'm talking about the people that really be here. That's how I can say their names all the time, because I say them every day. We got to get on over to Tallahassee, because guess what? What was Ghislaine Maxwell carrying in that mystery box? What mystery box? Y'all don't pay attention, huh? Y'all remember the other day when we saw her leaving, right? But we didn't show when she was coming back to court. They gave her a box. What was in the box? Was it information? Matter of fact, I'm not going to tell it. We got to let the video clips tell it. Let's get into this. We're pulling back the layers on this situation. I'm giving you guys as much new information that's up to date that we can do in this sequential order.
It's a woman who the entire world is waiting to hear from. Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein's girlfriend and co-conspirator in their sex trafficking ring. Today, she was once again interviewed by a top Department of Justice official, and there's this. Maxwell at her prison carrying a large white box. Now everyone wants to know what's inside. Here's Jim Murray.
Ghislaine Maxwell returns to prison in shackles, carrying a mystery box and sparking intense speculation.
If you look closely, she's carrying a box of material.
What's in the box? And how will we ever find out?
Could it be new evidence? The secret Epstein files?
Could be items that she brought to the meeting, or maybe it's information they want her to review.
Maxwell was back on the hot seat today, facing more questions from Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, her lawyer David Oscar Mark.
Now, why somebody got to be crazier than me and say, Greg, come on, Greg, I'm not even going to say that. Greg, you crazy. Look what Greg said, y'all. Greg is crazy.
Marcus was present the entire time.
Ghislaine answered every single question asked of her over the last day and a half. She answered those questions honestly, truthfully.
What was the focus of the questioning?
They asked about every possible thing you could imagine, everything.
But not everyone's convinced she's trustworthy.
She did not testify in her own trial. Why is she worthy of a conversation with the #2 law enforcement official in our country as if she is a credible source? She's not. The victims are credible sources. You should go to them.
Before she was convicted for conspiring with Jeffrey Epstein to sexually abuse minors, she took extraordinary steps to avoid capture. The manhunt was worldwide, from London to Boston. She even allegedly faked these photos at an In-N-Out Burger in Los Angeles to throw the FBI off her scent.
Ooh.
The photo showed Ghislaine Maxwell sitting at this outdoor table eating a burger, but she was never here. Forensic experts say she was photoshopped into the image. Maxwell was finally discovered in July 2020.
You mean to tell me she got some Indian on Fiverr to Photoshop her into a burger seat at a burger shop? Now, you know she went through a lot. You think she can give you guys credible information after going on Fiverr and doing that? Man, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. Y'all let me know.
Hiding out at a remote farmhouse in New Hampshire that she had purchased under a false name.
See?
Today, President Trump was asked if he would consider pardoning Maxwell.
Would you consider a pardon or a commutation for Ghislaine Maxwell if
It's something I haven't thought about. It's really something. I'm allowed to do it, but it's something I have not thought about.
But you wouldn't rule it out?
That prompted this reaction from Maxwell's attorney.
We haven't spoken to the president or anybody about a pardon just yet. And you know, listen, the president this morning said he had the power to do so. We hope he exercises that power in the right and just way.
This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say her name the way that the lawyer says her name from now on, because he talks to her. And there's no way in the world she's not gonna say, everybody says my name wrong. Can you say my name? This is how you say my name, Ghislaine. I'm gonna say it the way that he says it so you guys can get my bags and meet me at the airport if you get angry with that. Because now we're gonna find out how did Jeffrey Epstein get so rich? I had no idea he had so many people in his pocket, so many billionaires and so much. I'm gonna have to get in between this because I don't wanna R-word this info and not get in the mix, because they're gonna say, come on man, you can't just use these people content like this. Number one, guess what? Just so you guys know, Bugatti makes no monetary off of this show. I could show you the back end. We don't make money off this show. If we don't get super chats, if we don't get cash apps, we make absolutely no money. If Harley doesn't give us any super chats, we make absolutely no money on this show. I do this show every single day, and I do not make money doing this show, being honest with you guys. It's only from the super chats, and because we use the clips. I'm gonna 100% tell you guys, I have no problem with that. I'm fine with that because I like the fact that we all have a great audience. We're the #1 show on YouTube right now because of the way that I'm going about it. And we do not make monetary off of this. You know how I could tell you, how you guys know? No disrespect, but how many of you guys tip or give any super chats? No disrespect to you, but let's be fair about it. You guys have been watching the show and you know what's going on. So, with that being said, I'm trying to explain to you, I only do this because I really like doing it. I get up every single day at 3 o'clock to pool this information to make sure it's new sourced information, and I bring it to you at 6 o'clock, and I keep on moving until it's done. I actually feel sad for the people that say that I don't deserve something for doing that. It's kind of sad to know that, because even the Bible, it's an honest day's work deserves an honest day's pay. I don't ask for shit, and I'm not trying to be funny. Don't send me nothing. I'm telling you guys right now. Just being real with you, and I want you guys to know that. If I could show you the back office, because you're using these clips, we ain't giving you jack. And my videos, that's where you get paid at. But I'm happy with being the #1 live person and having a #1 live show. So I'll lose one thing to gain the other. That's my justification of why I do this. Let's keep on moving forward. 5 minutes of funk. I gotta get in between it so it don't jam me up.
Jeffrey Epstein got so rich. At the time of his death in 2019, Jeffrey Epstein was a fabulously wealthy man. Between his collection of lavish homes, 2 private Caribbean islands, and nearly $380 million in cash and investments, he was worth $578 million, according to his estate. Exactly how he accrued those riches is at the heart of the ongoing scandal. The less interesting possibility is that Epstein's sex crimes were separate from his day job as a financial advisor to billionaires, to whom he offered investment, estate, and tax planning services. In a 2013 corporate filing, Epstein described himself as, quote, an experienced and successful financier and businessman, a, quote, entrepreneur who has built several highly profitable companies, and, quote, one of the pioneers of derivative and option-based investing. The more scandalous scenario, as alleged by many of President Trump's supporters and conspiracy theorists, is that Epstein secretly taped his wealthy friends engaging in sex crimes with trafficked minors in his homes and on his islands, and then blackmailed them, with his financial business serving as cover. The full origins of Epstein's wealth remain shrouded in mystery, but what is clear, according to Forbes' review of court filings, an investigative memo, and financial records, is that Epstein relied above all on 2 billionaire clients and a tax gimmick to build his fortune. Victoria's Secret's longtime chief Les Wexner and private equity honcho Leon Black were Epstein's 2 largest financial clients.
So basically, he would trade and do a bunch of different things and charge them every month in order for them to have to pay him a fee for his services. That's basically how he got monetary from these very rich financial people.
Of the more than $800 million in revenue Epstein's 2 key businesses brought in from 1999 to 2018, Epstein collected at least $490 million in fees, with the rest coming from gains on investments. Wexner and Black supplied upwards of 75% of Epstein's fee income throughout that period, according to Forbes' estimates. Those entities, both based in the U.S. Virgin Islands, were Epstein's only, quote, revenue-generating companies from 1999 until his death. This, according to an expert report provided by an accountant in a 2022 case filed by the U.S. Virgin Islands government against J.P. Morgan Chase. While President Trump and Epstein were friends for many years, there is no evidence that they ever did any business together. They reportedly fell out after competing to buy the same Palm Beach estate in 2004. In that competition, Trump won. Wexner, who was 87 years old and the founder of apparel giant Limited, was Epstein's primary client from 1991 until 2007, before the 2 men fell out. Wexner paid Epstein an estimated $200 million over the years. Black, who was 73 years old and the founder of private equity firm Apollo Global Management, paid Epstein $170 million between 2012 and 2017.
That's how you get
This
rich.
according to an independent investigation from law firm Deckert LLP.
470, 200 and something, 112 from another one. Jesus Christ, that man was making so much money. Woo! What was he doing? They said that he created the company Bear Stearns. I have to interrupt. Now we're gonna keep on going.
Into Black's relationship with Epstein, and further research from the Senate Finance Committee. Epstein was able to accumulate his wealth nearly tax-free, thanks to generous tax breaks in the U.S. Virgin Islands, where he became a resident in 1996 and set up a financial consulting firm named Financial Trust Company 2 years later. The same year, he spent nearly $8 million to buy Little St. James Island, which has since become known as Pedophile Island for its role in his sex trafficking ring. Court filings show that between that firm and Southern Trust Company, which he set up in 2011 and which took over as his main business the following year, Epstein obtained benefits under the territory's economic development program that saved him $300 million in taxes between 1999 and 2018. Throughout that time, Epstein earned at least $360 million in dividends from his companies. Wexner and Black have both apologized for their associations with Epstein and said they were not aware of his sex crimes. Wexner stepped down as CEO of L Brands in 2020 and said in a letter published that year that he, quote, would not have continued to work with any individual capable of such egregious, sickening behavior.
Oh, we ain't know? Yeah, y'all been working with this dude for that long, financing him. Let me let you know something. Anybody that's got that much money and that much power, and they're making somebody else someone else that much power and that much money, they know what's going on, if they're not involved, allegedly.
Had he known. Black said in an earnings call in 2020 that he, quote, deeply regretted his association with Epstein. The Deckert report found, quote, no evidence that Black was involved in any way with Epstein's criminal activities. In 2021, Black stepped down as Apollo CEO and from his position as chairman of the Museum of Modern Art. The 2 men were not Epstein's only clients. The full extent of Epstein's wealth and client list is still unknown, though further details may be public soon enough. On July 17th, Senator Ron Wyden revealed that investigators from the Senate Finance Committee had reviewed some of the Treasury Department's files on Epstein last year. They found that there were more than 4,700 transactions with Epstein's accounts at 4 banks: J.P. Morgan Chase, Deutsche Bank, Bank of New York Mellon, and Bank of America, totaling more than $1.9 billion.
Jesus Christ!
For full coverage, check out Giacomo Tagnini and John Hyatt's piece on Forbes.com.
Thank you so much for that content that came from Forbes.com. That thing right there was very well informative. I really appreciate you guys for that. Got a lot of fat on our brains. That's what I love to say. But come on now, you talking about you didn't know what he was doing? Y'all know that Chihuahua picture or that dog picture? What is that, a Dowsh hound? That one that's making, that's went viral with the dog going like this? With the big ear? You mean to tell me you ain't know what's going on? Yeah, okay. We're going to keep on moving forward. Did y'all get enough, or do y'all want to keep on with this more Epstein stuff? Well, you know what? Let me see what y'all want to do, because right now we've got this situation where Maxwell's DOJ. Wait a minute. Okay. Are we going back to Florida real quick? I don't know. Let me see where we're going with this right now. I got to double check, because that was kind of heavy. Nope, no, we're not. We got to do some other stuff. Let's go ahead and get up into some AOC. We got to get into AOC right now, because we got a situation where Alejandra Acosta-Cortez has a situation. Guess what happened? She have a situation where they say you're not supposed to take gift from people. She take the gift from the people, right? And she not supposed to take the gift from the people. So now when she take the gift from the people, she get in trouble. Now she have to pay $3,000, papi. Venga aquí, venga. Let me show you what happened. Now she got to pay money now because she taking the gift from the people. The House Ethics Committee on Friday found Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Democrat from New York, violated the ethics rules after she impersonally accepted gifts during her appearance at the 2021 Met. Didn't even know that this happened. I guess she's gonna have to pay $3,000 for what she did over there, y'all. I'm not even gonna go too far in that, but yeah, because I don't feel like reading. Ain't even gonna lie. Not too many people broke that story, but yeah, now she's gonna have to pay $3,000 for wearing that thing when she had that thing on her back. I guess it took them a couple of years to get at her for it, but yeah, she's in trouble for that. Now we're gonna keep on moving forward because we got more breaking news. What's this? The committee declares no, we already did that one. Come on, man. We're not doing that one again. How many times you gonna line it up? Hey, man. Hey, fix your editing over here. Stop sending me this crap. Excuse me, guys. Let me talk to my technical people. Stop sending me this BS, man, and fix it up when you send it over here. All right, we're going to Washington right now. We got to go on over to Carolyn Levitt, who's asked if Obama can be prosecuted. Carolyn Levine. She's asked if Obama can be prosecuted. Given the SCOTUS ruling and his immunity, can Obama be prosecuted for the ruling? Let me let her say it because it's too much crazy words right here.
What is the accountability?
Accountability.
We'd like to see if this current president is the one who brought the case to the Supreme Court, and Chief Justice Roberts made clear in his opinion that a sitting president's responsibilities in office cannot lead to prosecution, immunity. So what is it the President Trump wants regarding President Obama, given that fact? And the special counsel at the time, Durham, when that Supreme Court matter was not in effect, could have charged anyone and did not. So on those 2 points, how do you respond?
Look, the president has made it clear that he wanted these documents to be declassified. He wanted the American people to see the truth, and now he wants those who perpetuated these lies and this scandal to be held accountable. As for what accountability looks like, as the director said, it's in the Department of Justice's hands, and we trust them to move this ball forward. Stephanie.
It's time for some local news, y'all. Let's go on over to Florida. We got a terrible situation that's in the header here that we spoke about earlier with a woman who had just moved to Miami from New York City. She's been found pow-powed. and I gotta say it like that. It sounds really stupid, but they can say it and I can't. It's a terrible situation, and all of us think about this. I've been thinking about it all my life. You know, even Jadakiss said it in the rap song, "Gangsters don't die, they get fat and move to Miami." Everybody want to move to Miami or somewhere where it's a little, more tropic, the weather is much better. That's why I feel sad for this person, because not only did she try to probably move there for a better way of life or to get away from this crazy state that I live in, which is New York, and I can't be angry with her for that. It's the sad fact that she went there and now she's no longer alive. That could have been anybody. That's why this story is very important for me, and they're still searching for answers, and nobody knows what happened to this woman.
Desperate for answers tonight after 2 people were found shot to death in downtown Miami. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Trina Robinson. NBC6's Lorena Inclán is live from Miami Police Headquarters. Lorena, we understand one of the victims had recently moved here and the other had only been in town for a short amount of time.
Crazy.
Trina, it was a man and woman who were found dead in a car. The woman was from New York and the man was from Michigan. Now, we did speak with a friend, a close friend of the woman and her brother tonight, who are both pushing for answers, trying to figure out what happened here. Now, today in New York, family and friends gathered for a mass in honor of Chastity Charlotte Rodriguez.
Terrible.
The 35-year-old mom was
Terrible.
found shot to death
Terrible.
inside an SUV on Northeast 4th Street and Northeast 2nd Avenue, along with a man named Darius Kuhn. Now, the disturbing discovery was made the morning of July 19th. Rodriguez's friend tells us that she tried to report her friend missing after multiple calls to her cell phone went unanswered. The last time she spoke with Rodriguez was just before 2:30 a.m. Thursday. She tells us Rodriguez was in Miami for a few days to work at a strip club. NBC6 spoke with the victim's brother and her friend. Neither one wanted to show their face on camera, but here's what her brother had to say, followed by her friend.
Strip club.
She was fun. Good friend, good sister, good daughter, good cousin, and yeah, good with everybody around her life. But I will say that she was a better mother. She was a good mom to my nephew.
Right now, at this moment, I cannot tell you how I feel. I cannot tell you because this is new for me. I'm inside of this thing because I can't believe this. I can't believe that's happened right now to me.
Now, Rodriguez's friend, who you just heard from there, tells me that she had only been in town for a week before she was killed. And she says that her friend met the man who she was with at a nightclub. Now, police have not released a possible motive in this case, but police do tell us that they are actively investigating and trying to figure out who is responsible for killing these 2 people in that vehicle where they were found in downtown.
Yeah, that's a very terrible story right there. As we got more into the story, we heard much more about what was going on. They said that she had just met the gentleman that she was in the car with. He lost his life as well. But then there was a couple of things that were proceeding in that story that sent up a red flag to me, as well as a large question mark when it came down to the strip club working situation, because it could be someone angry, could be someone jealous. This could be all sorts of situations. It could be an robbery. Could be all sorts of situations. But what we want to do here, we want to pray for the soul and the family that lost their lives of 2 people that other night. We want to hope that they get strength and resolve throughout this terrible, tragic situation. And we ask this in Jesus' name. This is a terrible, tragic situation. No one should lose their lives like this. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. Terrible, you guys. Very bad. And I hate to see it. Very beautiful young woman. You know, I don't know what the storyline is behind it, but you know what we're going to do? We're going to keep on going forward. And, you know, I make sure that I check into the stories and try to find out what's going on down the line. So if there's any new breaking information, I'll make sure and get you guys that information. But yes, very sad, tragic situation. And yeah, I just look at it like, that's why I don't be outside like that. Y'all saw me yesterday, did my little tasting. You know, we was doing our little thing. We had fun. We do the show your talent show or whatever like that. Right back to the crib. right back to the crib, because I got to come back here and do this. You know how y'all will feel if I don't be able to wake up the next morning and see you guys? I wouldn't know what to do. So you know what? I don't be outside like that. You know how the rappers and everybody be like, I'll be outside. I'm outside. Well, guess what? Y'all can stay outside because I'm in the crib. We're going to keep on moving forward now because they're trying to say that this situation right here was designed to smear President Trump. There's a lot of people talking on one side and different sides about these situations and what happening, but we're going to just try to get Hannity to break it down real quick.
And welcome to this special edition of Hannity, the anatomy of a hoax. Tonight, the floodgates are open and the evidence continues to pour in. Make no mistake, there was election interference and Russia collusion in the 2016 election and beyond, but not by President Trump. Instead, according to new evidence published by the Director of National Intelligence, Declassified Information, powerful bureaucrats in the federal government absolutely fabricated lies and conspiracy theories that were then fed to and disseminated by the state-run legacy media mob, and of course Hillary Clinton, and perhaps even orchestrated by Barack Obama himself. They devised, they executed a plot to delegitimize Donald Trump's victory in 2016 and his presidency, and frankly, that led to his entire life, the grand conspiracy, as Kash Patel is looking into. And it was all based on actual Russian disinformation. We have referred to it often on this program as Hillary Clinton's bought and paid for dirty Russian disinformation dossier. In other words, your federal government used this information. It was not only unproven, they were warned against it, and then it was proven to be completely and utterly debunked and bogus. They used the salacious dossier to create what was a phony intelligence assessment, reportedly ordered by then President Obama.
I wanted him to say all of that because I can't say it that clear. I can't break down what's going down. I don't know exactly what's happening. So you know what? Let somebody else tell it that can explain it better. Because guess what? I bet you guys got a better understanding of what's going on with that. And then when you think about it, they can't really do nothing about it. So what are we doing here? What are we doing? What we're really doing is finding out that certain people that are in our government and administration aren't as clean and nice as they portray themselves to be. Obama, how my cousin fat man, what's his name? Lavelle Crawford says it. Obama. Y'all know Lavelle Crawford? When he used to be fat like this, that used to be my favorite comedian. My cousin, Lavelle Crawford. Let's keep on moving forward, y'all. We're going to keep on moving forward. Because now we got President Trump that's going to be speaking from Scotland. Come on, y'all. He's in Scotland right now. Y'all not thinking I'm going to give y'all some information from where he's actually at right now to break it down to you and talk about what's going on while he's over there?
Everybody, you know our ambassador to Scotland, and it's great.
Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up because we are not finished. We got so much to go. We got so much more to cover. Let these people know that we over here. The only way they're going to know, you guys, I ain't asked for no money. You see, I ain't asked for no tips. Matter of fact, I told y'all not to send me nothing. Like a damn idiot. Okay, we got coffee in the kitchen. But guess what? Because we understand it's hard out here for a pimp. So we don't really ask for tips too much. But what we do like to do is get those likes up because that makes more people come. I like to see that at least. We ain't getting no dough. Let's get some more people over here, especially for this great, fantastic show that we got going on. Let's go to Scotland and see what the president got to say.
To be in Scotland, we are going to be meeting with the Prime Minister, I guess tomorrow, a little bit tomorrow and the next day. And we're going to do some great things. Do you have any questions? What? Yes. I'll be meeting with the EU on Sunday, and we'll be working on a deal. We'll see if we make a deal. Ursula will be here, highly respected woman, so we look forward to that. That'll be good. We'll have numerous executives that we're meeting with. We're going to be meeting with a lot of people. A lot of people will be staying at Turnberry, and then we're going to Aberdeen, which is the oil capital of Europe, actually.
Mr. President, can you explain what is missing in the UK deal that you have to work out?
Nothing. We I think it's more of a celebration than a workout. It's It's a great deal for both. And we're going to have a meeting on other things other than the deal. The deal is concluded. Well, that's what he does. I mean, you know, that's fine if he does that. That's up to him. It's not up to me. I'm with the United States. I'm not with France.
And the humanitarian situation in Gaza, we hear very dire warnings about.
I think it's terrible what happened with Hamas. They tapped everybody along, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what response Israel has to that. But it's getting to be that time.
All right, y'all, we got a situation over here. I want you guys to let me know. I got a question for everybody in the chat right now. My question is this, chat. My question is this. A father or a person or anybody leaves their kid in the car to go inside of an adult shop, and then the police roll up and say, hey, where's your dad at? Oh, he's in there. 4 kids left inside a car. Somebody called the police, and guess what happened to that father? Sad situation right here. I don't know. When I saw this story, I said to myself, you already got 4 kids. What are you doing? You don't need no more. And what are you doing going into a X shop? Yeah, I got to let you guys see this story right here.
And we begin tonight with developing news in Phoenix, a really scary situation.
Phoenix.
And we begin tonight with developing news in Phoenix, a really scary situation. 4 kids are recovering after being left in a hot car. It happened yesterday afternoon about 3:40, the hottest time of the day. Thanks for joining us tonight for 12 News at 10. I'm Mark Curtis.
I told you, I
3
used to
days
live
off
in
tonight.
Phoenix.
Phoenix police say the father of those kids is now facing a long list of felony charges. 12 News journalist Bianca Bono is live outside Phoenix Police headquarters. And Bianca, the big question is, where was the father?
Mark, it'll make your stomach turn when you hear, because police say he was inside an adult shop, and they say he left his kids inside that car for close to an hour.
This fool got 4 kids already. You in there trying to rub one out. You serious? You seriously in an X shop trying to rub one?
Hi, buddy. How are you?
A shocking scene in Phoenix Thursday afternoon. Body camera footage showing police officers finding 4 children under the age of 10 left inside of a hot car. The windows were rolled up and the car was off.
Do you want some water?
Yeah.
It's unfathomable, be honest.
Sergeant Rob Shear says someone called 911 reporting the dangerous situation. When officers arrived to the area of 24th Street in Madison, they found 3 of the kids inside the car and 1 outside, and they were in distress.
Pink, red skin, sweating, crying, that kind of thing. That kind of showed officers kind of the severity of where this could have gone.
Fire crews responded too, and the internal temperature of all of the kids was 100 degrees.
Jesus
Inside the
Christ.
car, even after the doors had been opened by officers for several minutes, it was 125 degrees.
Let me explain what I told you guys before when I used to live in Phoenix, Arizona, if you guys don't understand what they're talking about right now. I had a car. That's during the time when they had CDs. I made a mistake and left the CD on the console. I go inside the house, I come back out, the damn CD is melted inside of the console. I can't even get it out. Had to leave it there. People are like, yo, that CD look cool. I said, fool, it's stuck there. Can't get it out. It melted into the console. That's how hot it gets out there.
In the utmost precaution, each child was transported to a nearby hospital just to kind of be observed and looked over.
The next question, where was their guardian?
Where is Spanky at? I need to know where Papa Spanky at.
It turns out their father, 38-year-old Asensio Largo, had left them in the heat to visit this adult shop. And police say he had been inside for close to an hour.
Officers originally saw him and asked him, hey, is that your car? And he denied it being his car. That's troublesome also. Obviously, once it's clear those are his kids, and that's that's Dad.
Miraculously, the 4 small children are expected to be okay, but Largo has been booked on 8 felony charges.
They're inside of a car for upwards of an hour, which I can't even imagine what they time-wise felt it to be. Really hot, and then you're also now seeing officers put your dad in custody. I mean, that's the trauma associated with that is just profound.
As the Department of Child Safety conducts its own investigation, police find themselves once again urging parents to never leave their kids inside the car.
It's wild to me that 50 minutes wasn't enough time to turn this into some sort of tragedy. It's just, and me as a father, I can't wrap my head around, to be honest.
Thank God, man. They saved them babies up out of there, boy.
As a reminder, experts say it takes only 10 minutes for the internal temperature of a car to go up by 20 degrees. Rolling the windows down does not help. And a child's body temperature increases 5 times faster than an adult. Again, the good news in this case is the kids are expected to be okay. We're live in Phoenix tonight. Bianca Bono, 12 News.
120 degrees inside of the car. He was inside of the adult shop for over an hour, rubbing him out. He need to be locked up and don't let him out. I'm talking about all sorts of charges and things of that nature. Need to find the next of kin of those children and hopefully get them into the right sort of protection and, you know, and some sort of security, real people that can take care of them. Real talk, you guys. Hate stories like that, and I hate to have to report them, but I'm so happy. Let's do a good prayer today. Let's be happy and thankful and have grace and show respect and love to those officers for finding those babies and giving them water, and for our God for making sure that they were protected, even though it was hot in that car, and none of them got hurt. So we're going to ask that, and we're going to send up a positive and thank you prayer to Jesus. Thank you so much. In a whole different sort of aspect. We never had the chance to do that before. So that's what we're going to do. That's that. And that felt good, didn't it? Let's keep on moving forward now, because we got some of our, I don't know how many of you guys like myself love animals. I mean, I could just watch animals all day. Eat my food, hang out, watch animals, chill with them. You know why? Because they ain't got no pockets. They don't want to rob me. Let me stop. That used to be my thing about pit bulls. Why you love pit bulls so much? Because they ain't got no pockets. The real story is I love animals because my mom raised me that way. So that's why, if y'all wonder why I play all types of crazy stories about animals, I do. Y'all want to see a chimpanzee watching King Kong and how he can look like he's really human? How many people want to see the chimpanzee watching King Kong on a cell phone? I'm going to show you anyway. Come on, y'all. Let's watch this chimpanzee. They're like, they really going to let us see a chimpanzee watching the movie King Kong on the phone. Check this out. He can't believe his eyes. Zoom in, y'all. Zoom in. When he shows his movie on the phone. He's immediately hooked. Watching so intently. Just like us, humans. How you looking at that? Reminding us how similar these creatures are to us. You got the bracelets, y'all. What makes the whole thing extra interesting is that the movie being shown is a classic King Kong movie. Seeing these examples of chimpanzees' intelligence and awareness makes it really hard to accept that animals this smart are locked up in cages. This beautiful ape deserves the best life possible. We love animals. We sure do. When I get a chance to do my rescue, woo, it's gonna be one of the best rescues you guys ever seen in your life. I do this for that. I get up every single day because my retirement is, I have a vision. I want to have a rescue. That's all I care about. I want to rescue animals. So y'all think I'm crazy, y'all think I'm nuts or whatever like that, that's what I want to do. So anybody really want to get down with me, once we really start cracking and getting some bread going, you're going to be like, what happened to Bugatti? He got his rescue. He's saving dogs and animals now. That's what I want to do. And if you guys want to get down with me, we're going to find ways. Every month, I always donate to the ASPCA. I encourage you guys to find no-kill animal shelters. If you feel like you want to foster, you should do that. Don't make no excuses to do it. Save an animal's life. If I can save one animal's life through this channel, I would love to be able to do that because we made a difference, and that's just how I feel about it. And with that being said, I know y'all really want to also make some money, 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 money. So if y'all want to make some money, all you really got to do is go ahead and hit that link in the description and go ahead and fill out a survey, because today we have up to $500 up in the description and the links. You guys will make some money, and I'm gonna make some money too, because I make a little bit off of every survey you guys finish. So let's do it. Also, I want you guys to make some money. We're in the money part of the show. We at the money part of the show, the Make Money Online show. Hashtag Make Money Online. That's why all of you business people, y'all see what I do when I'm doing other stuff and other businesses, other things going on. We have to help each other promote. So if you have a business, you might be a mobile detailer. You might be a barber. You might be I don't know what you do. You could be I don't know what you do. Could be a detailer. Whatever you do, send over your posts to Bugatti, and what I'm going to do is put them up in the post notification section, so all of our hopeful 40,000 subscribers can see your business, and you're going to make some money. I want to give a big shout out to DJ Don Dada for stepping up and showing a lot of respect for the show yesterday. We had a fantastic time at the Superstore. Whatever was there, it's not there no more. All of them big drips have been gone, and they're gonna have to do a reorder. Yes, we had a fantastic time yesterday. I'm gonna be putting that up in a video, not a live. So if you guys want to see what we did yesterday at the Show Your Talent Search, I'm going to be putting that up sometime, probably like tomorrow. I'll let you guys know on the show so you guys can see. We had a really cool comedian come up. He was phenomenal. He was funny. I love the fact that we had a different category, and I love the fact that we have DJ Don Dada that's going to be a part of the show and a part of the situation. We have 2 more locations. We're working on Brooklyn right now. Once I get that location, I'll let you guys know. Then we're going to be going to Staten Island. Right after Staten Island, we're going to be doing a grand finale, y'all. I forgot to show y'all who won in Queens, so y'all know. And then Bronx, we'll show y'all that from yesterday, and we're going to put all of that on the channel so you guys can see that. So yes, we're still doing the Show Your Talent search. We're working on the next location so that we can give somebody maybe in Bed-Stuy, maybe in Brownsville, maybe in Crown Heights, I don't know, $250 for being the best talented person in that part of the hood that came in to do the Show Your Talent search. All you got to do if you want to be a part of the talent show is go to the website www.drinkbigdrip.com, sign up to be a part of the talent show. All you got to do is go down to the link, join the mailing list, put your name in the mailing list, and that's it. www.drinkbigdrip.com. That's 2 G's, 2 P's. Guess I like doubles. Took the combination out because we ain't cutting for the bubbles. Oh yeah, there's a song for it too. And with that being said, you guys, what's today? It's Sunday. It's a great day. You probably got to go to work tomorrow. So that means get your clothes ready for tomorrow like the first day of school. Have a good night rest. Make sure that you guys drink some water. Don't be stressed out, and understand that problems present opportunities. Real talk. Look at it like this. You know the problem, and it already told on itself because you got the solution. You know what the answer is right there. Now, I'm not telling you it's going to be hard to get to that answer, but at least you know what it is, and God always gives us another day. And as long as we get another one to keep on moving forward, we have a chance to get it right. And we've been doing it for as long as we're here. So with that being said, thank you so much for coming to the show. We had a fantastic day today, and y'all know what I'm going to say, right? Y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me on our bottom line for this Purple Sunday, y'all, I'll appreciate you. With that being said, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and get 'em! Peace. My favorite day tomorrow, Monday. Let's get it. See you guys early. Let's go. Super chats, not super chats, I'm sorry. Like, subscribe to the channel, and go ahead and become a member. Peace. Get 'em!